If you haven't seen Avengers Endgame, spoilers ahead. You have been warned. Hi everybody, Emmy here from the Graveyard Shift Talk Show. How are you? I know it's been a very, very, very long time since you've heard from me. I'm sure those of you that have been, the very few of you that have been, wandering around the show's, page has been seeing stuff like this or that, and you're probably wondering what is going on and why did I do that. And if I didn't explain myself very clearly, there's a reason why. I'm making some serious changes to the show for the upcoming season. So this is actually going to be a brand new show, brand new series, brand new direction, and it's not even going to be called The Graveyard Shift anymore. It's going to be called something very, 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 very different. And I will be teasing that soon. Okay, fine. Maybe now I'll be teasing. It's going to be called Clip Show. Just that. That's it. Clip Show. Clip Show is going to be a show in which I basically go full on pop culture. I'm going to be, and really anything is possible. I will be reviewing stuff. I will be talking about upcoming movies that have already happened. Theories. I will be breaking down trailers like you're going to be seeing in this video. I'm going to be interviewing people. I'm going to be maybe poking fun at videos other people do without them even realizing it. Maybe with them realizing it, who knows. When that happens, I think you'll see it's going to be very different from what the Graveyard Shift used to be. Now, for those of you that were fans of the old Graveyard Shift, don't be sad because it's not really going anywhere. I'm still going to be doing the Graveyard Shift as an audio podcast only, and that's going to be available still on iTunes and on, I think, Spreaker, and I'm also going to be hopefully doing it on local radio. Those of you that are my fans from the paranormal from way back, I would never take that away from you guys because that's what the show originally came from, and I still want to honor that genre and the people who work so hard in that genre. You will still be seeing videos that I'll be sharing of my colleagues like Stephen Herbert and Scott Marlowe and others, and you'll still be seeing them being shared on the show. And if you are someone that wants to submit your video or clip for me to look at and possibly poke fun at, then by all means do so. I'm just kind of letting you know to get ready so that when I do announce it, you can go ahead and do it. Hope you enjoy. Here is my Spider-Man Far From Home trailer breakdown and review. Hit it, Steven.
The Spider-Man Far From Home trailer is about to play, but if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame yet, stop watching because there's some serious spoilers about to come up.
Okay, can we just say how funny it is that they actually started the trailer like this with Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man, of course, talking about there's spoilers ahead, because if you don't know already, Tom is very well known for spoiling upcoming movies, so it's kind of funny that they did that.
But if you have seen Avengers Endgame, enjoy the trailer.
Okay.
Where I go, I see his face. I just really miss him.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, I miss him too.
Wow.
I don't think Tony would have done what he did if he didn't know that you were going to be here after he was gone.
You gonna be the next Iron Man now?
Well, no, I don't have time. I'm too busy doing your jobs.
What?
I'm kidding. Look, keep up the good work because I am going on vacation.
Heads up, Nick Fury's calling you.
I don't really want to talk to Nick
Answer
Fury.
the phone.
Why?
Because if you don't talk to him, then I have to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him. You sent Nick Fury to voicemail?
I gotta go.
You do not ghost Nick Fury.
What up, dorks?
What's up? We're just talking about the trip.
I'm here in St. Marco Polo's. Oh,
I think MJ really likes me.
That reminds me when I first fell in love.
Whoa.
You're a very difficult person to contact,
Oh.
Spider-Man.
Nick Fury's pulling the Captain America stealth.
This is
Move
Mr.
thing.
Beck.
We could have used someone like you on my world.
Your world? Beck is from Earth, just not ours. The snap to our hole in our dimension.
You're saying there's a multiverse?
We have a job to do, and you're coming with us.
Multiverse. Okay.
There's gotta be someone else you can use.
Hydro Man.
Off-world.
Captain Marvel.
Unavailable.
But I'm just a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Hey.
Bitch, please, you've been to space.
What do you want, Peter?
I want to go back on my trip with the girl who I really like and tell her how I feel. MJ,
I'm Spider-Man.
No, of course I'm not.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.
Wow,
You're right, you may not be ready, but this is my responsibility.
Saving the world requires sacrifice. Sometimes people die.
Oh my God.
I just always feel like I'm putting my friends in danger. The world needs the next Iron Man.
You going to step up or not?
Out of here! Get on the jet! Who are you? I work with Spider-Man.
You work for Spider-Man?
I work with Spider-Man, not for Spider-Man. New plan.
In the beginning of the trailer, very just sad, very kind of reflecting about what happened in Avengers Endgame, which everybody that's seen the movie knows that Tony dies in that game, in the game, listen to me, at the very end, you know, with the Iron Infinity Gauntlet. Iron Infinity Gauntlet. I don't know, whatever you... I love you, 3000, Tony. Okay, so here, he's fighting. Wait. Now too much. All right, so right here, we already see that he's still in his, what we fans in the comic book world call Iron Spider costume. This actually in the comics happened around Civil War, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm remembering that correctly. He's still wearing it in this suit, in this clip, so it's nice that he's... So got that. Sorry, dance break.
Heads up. Nick Fury's calling you.
This is kind of interesting. So this is a little bit of foreshadowing of him and Nick Fury working together. Now, if you guys remember in, I think it was the Amazing Spider-Man cartoon series, or is it just Spider-Man? It was one of those. He actually worked with S.H.I.E.L.D. In fact, the guy, Phil Coulson, Clark Gregg, he played the kind of the principal of the school, I think. And, you know, they had that classroom where the floor opened up and kind of dropped down, and they all, you know, went into the S.H.I.E.L.D. lair or whatever, and they fought all kinds of bad guys. So it's kind of, I don't know if that's where they're going with this. I think this kind of foreshadows, I think, you know, at this point, Fury is looking for the next Iron Man. It can't be Captain America, as you well know. I mean, not because the old Captain America he's old. I know Falcon took up Cap's mantle, but I'm willing to bet that Falcon's not going to be the kind of Captain America that we know. I think he's going to be a different kind of Captain America. I don't know what kind, but, you know, I think he's going to take it in a unique direction, because he definitely did that in the comics. Let me just stop right here. So this is obviously Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. Now, in this trailer, they are saying that this is a Mysterio from an alternate dimension, and they're making him seem like he's a good guy. First of all, let me just tell you something right now. Anybody that knows Mysterio knows he is up to something. Mysterio is always playing the double cross. He's always playing that. Like, so just when you think he's doing something, he turns out and he's doing something else. I am willing to bet, I'm saying it, I'm predicting it right now, Mysterio is really a bad guy. He's just pretending to be good.
Beck is from Earth.
Come on, that's a bad guy face.
The snap tore a hole in our dimension.
Okay, now this is interesting. The snap tore a hole in our dimension. First of all, the Sandman. So that means that there is a, say it,
You're
Petey.
saying there's a multiverse?
A multiverse? Are you going where I'm going with this? Are they going to do like a Spideyverse thing like they did in the animated series? Because that would be awesome. That would mean possibly Spider-Gwen and, you know, Spidey Noir and what's the other one? The robot spider, the mech spider, and Pork Spider. What's his name? I forget it. John Mulaney does his voice anyway.
You got a problem with cartoons?
And Miles, of course, Miles Morales. How can we forget him? This, I think, kind of opens the dimensional door to to all kinds of possibilities, really, because we could see anything, and it doesn't just have to be limited to Spidey. What if Deadpool comes through the door? Maybe. Who knows? Okay, here's another elemental. So here is.
There's got to be someone else you can use.
Hydro Man. So as many of you that are reading the comics know, there are several elemental villains or characters in the Spider-Man comics. There's Hydro Man, there's Sandman, and I think his name is Magma. That character I'm not very familiar with. Now there's some people saying, okay, so they're going to go that route. They're going to the villains is not going to be Mysterio. It's going to be the elementals, or it's going to be Mysterio working with the elementals. Because Mysterio fights them, he's done that before where he's fought the other villains and he ends up either being the ringleader or he ends up working in cahoots with them. That's a possibility. I could go that. Maybe. Do I want to believe that Mysterio is a good guy in this? No, I don't. See, that's the one that they're saying might be Magma. It's possible. Maybe. Okay, here we go. This is the first time we get a shot of the stealthy Spidey suit, which some people are saying that it's a very similar design, sort of, to the black suit in Secret Wars and Venom. Is this really that? Are they doing that? I don't think so, because we've already seen the Venom movie, although they did say that Venom movie wasn't connected to this world or whatever. So I don't know where they're going with this, because there is a stealth Spidey suit that is in the comics. I don't know if that's what this is being postulated as. I'm not sure.
Bitch, please, you've been to space.
That's one of my favorite parts. Get these Spideys off this plane. I don't know. I'm not Samuel L. Jackson. So, okay, here we see Mysterio in action.
What do you want, Peter? I want to go back on my trip with the girl who I really like and tell her how I feel.
Okay, so here's the thing. They shows Mysterio fighting. He's not really fighting that much. He's just, all he's doing is kind of holding back. But they show why I think he's really a bad guy in later. Now, this is kind of a cool reveal here. That they showed, I am not accustomed to them showing this on a trailer. That MJ actually finds out, which she kind of knew that he was Spider-Man. Because in the first movie, she even asked him at one point, where are you going? Like, with that knowing face, she knows.
Oh my God.
Okay, see, that is why I think Mysterio either is really a bad guy, or maybe he becomes a bad guy. Like, maybe he's sort of like a Booster Gold type. Booster Gold is a DC superhero, although he doesn't start out like he's kind of really extremely reckless, and Superman kind of sets him straight and tells him, look, you can't be destroying buildings and stuff, which Superman, hello, you could follow your own advice. I think if they could either do this one of two ways. They can either say Mysterio really is a bad guy and he's just pretending to be a hero for the time being, or they're doing it where he's a hero in his dimension, but he doesn't really care what happens to his surroundings or people in his wake, which obviously would put him in the at least the severe anti-hero category. Because, I mean, look at that destruction, so Spidey obviously will have to make some kind of decision to, hey, dude, you got to chill out. All right, so that is the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. And by the way, before I go any further, they showed in this still what might be the new Spidey suit. I don't know if you noticed, but this is different from the suit he wears in his original movie in Homecoming. As you can see, there's more black parts in it, which kind of is similar to the Superior Spider-Man costume that we saw in the comics. That's when Doc Ock is really Spider-Man. If you haven't, just read it. Yes, Doc Ock becomes Spider-Man. It's sort of. Just read the comic. Read it. It's a really good story. It's actually really, really good. Anyway, so I don't know if that's where they're going with this. I don't know if that's the one he ends up with at the end. I don't know if maybe the black suit becomes S.H.I.E.L.D.'s way of him being the black suit. And I don't know. And some people were saying that we're going to start seeing this heading into Secret Wars. That's a possibility. I would love to see Secret Wars. I think that would be awesome. That's one of the best storylines. I think it's up there with Infinity Gauntlet, in my opinion. I mean, that's another way that you can get a lot of different characters kind of mixing together. So anyway, I love this trailer. I thought it was great. It was a nice little positive, uplifting trailer that kind of, culminates everything after Endgame. And I loved it. I loved everything about it. So I cannot wait until July 2nd to see the trailer. So anyway, that's my thoughts. What do you think? Let me hear what you guys have to think. Post your own reactions, videos, anything. And because this is the clip show, I will be posting your reactions on my next video. So thank you very much for watching. And I hope you'll watch next time on Clip Show. Later.